What's up, YouTube fans? Today we're going to take a look at the X-Transbots Boost, their version of a masterpiece Windcharger. So this was issued back in 2016. Now this is the toy version, so it's a slight redeco, so maybe 2017, but this is a relatively old figure. This was sent to me by Mr. Michael Rogers. Thank you again for sending me stuff. I haven't been able to look at this figure, so I wanted to look at it, but I didn't want to purchase it. So I appreciate him sending this to me. It does come with a collector's card here. It says X-Transbots Boost. Here's the back. There's the tech specs and a bio if you want to read that. Nice credit card style. And you also get some accessories which we'll look at here. So we've stored this here. And really, I mean, these are going to be used in robot mode. But you got the gun here. And you got the magnet weapon here. And those store on the bottom like that. Pretty good looking vehicle. You can see he's got some paint detail, some yellow lights here on the side. You got some black wheels with silver around it, and then the tires are just plastic. Here's the back. You do have that Firebird, or at least they tried to make that Firebird symbol there. It's kind of off kilter there, but they did make an attempt to give you the Firebird. They have the louvers here on the windows, tinted black windows. That looks nice. You do get headlights that pop up, so if you push down here, you can pop those up and you can get the silver headlight. Very reminiscent of the 80s. There you go. That looks really cool. Black paint here on the grille. Overall, nice looking vehicle. For a quick size comparison, there is Boost next to the Masterpiece Bumblebee and the Fans Toys version of Spindrift, or Sea Spray, and you can see it fits in well with the mini-bots. Now the Fans Toys has a slightly larger scale on their mini-bots, so it does look a little bit bigger, but in terms of the Masterpiece scale, it does seem to look just right. Alright, now let's get this guy transformed into his robot mode. It is not a fun transformation. I'm going to try to do my best to keep everything on camera and not break away, but I can't promise anything. Go ahead and fold those lights down. You're going to take the roof here and fold that up, and then take that and fold it down. And basically you want to get this back piece away, and nothing feels good. Actually, while we're at it, might as well take these off and set those aside. So yeah, we want to break this connection here. It doesn't feel good, but there we go. So you got to lift it up and then down just a little bit. And that'll kind of release some of the tabs. You also want to release these tabs here. You see those? Okay. So now we got all that out. The next thing to do is work on the arms and the front here. So you can take this and fold up here. You're going to fold up on this panel. So that folds up, and then you can see that square panel is folding. So you want to fold on that and not on this here. And then you're going to fold it up and have it sit on the top of the hood. All right, we'll leave this there for now. Go ahead and take this piece here. That's going to fold downwards. And now we're going to take these arms out. They are very, very tricky. So you got to get in here, rotate the shoulder, and rotate the arm all kind of out at the same time. It is pegged in inside and underneath. It's just really, really tough to get it out. And I hate when you're mushing plastic like this, but that is the only way to get this transformed. So start with the shoulder and then work your way over to the arm. You got to get it unpegged also from the side here. There we go. And then fold that out. And you can see there's a peg right here that's fitting in. And then there's a peg right there that's fitting in. So both of those have to make it in. It does not feel good. Putting it in and taking it out both feel bad. Alright, so the same thing on this side. Get that shoulder started. Get this unpegged. Oh man. It just feels so breakable. See, did I break anything? No, I didn't. So the two tabs are still there, thank God. All right, so we got those out. Next we can come to the chest here. These panels are going to fold down, and that's going to allow you to meet up with the chest. Take this piece, put that down. We'll work on the arms here. These are also annoying. Everything is kind of a pain. Flip the hand like this. You open it up, and this thumb is going to rotate over the end of the hand. And that's going to allow you to rotate this hand outwards. Then you're going to close this and then fold that outwards. And then get this arm tab together. You'd have to slide this down and then peg that together. Should peg in right here. Yeah, there we go. And that's one arm done. Let's show you again on this side. I'll try to be a little better here. Open up the hand, rotate this, rotate the thumb around to the other side, close up the hand, bring this through. It just doesn't feel good at all. Bring this through, tab or collapse this piece here, and then tab that together. You can see how the arm is going to look, and then bring this to the front. All right. Our next work on the legs and the back here. So go ahead and take this piece that's going to unpeg from here. You can also unpeg it from the front here. And once you get those out, you know, push in on these two glass pieces here. This is going to fold upwards. And you don't want to close these all the way. You just want to close them slightly. Take this piece. This is going to tuck underneath here. Like that. And then this whole piece is going to tab in to the top here. It actually does tab in relatively securely. And then these bottom parts are going to get into the bottom of his abs there. Or I guess whatever that's his back. Right, so that's what the back looks like. Now we can take care of this. So this is going to fold upwards. There are 2 slots in the wheels. So the wheels have slots on them. And that's where this tiny little tab is going to go in. I don't know. That's such a weird design. It's not very secure, but that's how it works. So you have to kind of line it all up and get it in there at the same time. It's just not easy. And then at the same time, it kind of comes out. You can see it just doesn't want to stay. But get that lined up the best you can. You know, rotate the wheel if it's not lined up right. But I find it comes out anyway, so what's the point in doing that? All right, take the legs, separate them. And this is probably one of the trickier parts of the transformation. I don't love the way it works, but it is what it is. So we'll do one leg. It's tricky. Okay, so go ahead and take this bottom part. That's going to unpeg from the top. Take the foot and fold that out, or the toe, I guess. That's going to rotate. Take this part here, and this is going to unpeg from here. And this whole thing this entire transformation sequence really kind of sucks. Unpeg this from the top here. I'm going to rotate this. And I hate the way this works, but you're going to get this past here. And the clearance is not right. So I don't know. I don't see any way to clear that little pin. You just have to push the plastic past. It's just really horribly designed. I don't know why they did that. It just doesn't feel good. All right, you're going to extend this outwards. You can see that's going to make the heel piece there. This is going to plug in. So you can see there's a little tab right here. It's going to plug into the back of the front of the foot. Gosh, it's really... Oh, we forgot one piece. You got to bring this down. That's going to cover the gap, or it's going to try to cover the gap anyway. Let's put this back. This does rotate, so you don't have too much problem if you forget to do that. What did I do? I rotated the leg around. Okay, so that's one leg done. That's what it should look like. It should have the heel and the toe. Those are die-cast pieces, but that's how it should look if you've done it correctly. The tab right there should be in to the side. And then on this side, you should have this is gonna, so you can see it slides. So I have that slit all the way. All right, so that's what it looks like. Let's do it one more time. I'll try to do it a little bit cleaner and a little bit easier to see. All right, unpeg this from here. We're going to rotate the foot out. And you do have to push this plastic past the plastic. There's no way around it. It's just how it works. Pull out the heel, extend, and again, we forgot to do this piece, so get that down to cover up the hole, sort of. Now fold this over, and this is going to peg into the back of the foot. And it's not very secure, but whatever. All right, rotate that leg around, straighten up the knee. And one little finishing touch here that we forgot is take the wheels. Those are going to rotate into there. It's probably better if you do that before you rotate this heel into place. And there we have X-Transbots Boost transformed into his robot mode. Pretty good looking robot mode. I'll of course put the G1 image there. Relatively clean back. There's a little bit of backpack here, but that's what to be expected with this character. The legs are a little bit loose, but luckily those are on screws, so you can tighten that joint right there. You can actually tighten both joints, up here and down here. Here's the back. The legs are a little wonky, but it's okay. Overall, pretty good looking version of Windcharger. Now this is the toy version, so you have the chest is kind of a lighter color, and the head is also a lighter color. You do get some accessories with this guy. So first off, you get his magnet gun, is what they're calling it in the book. It is painted silver and yellow. That looks nice. You also get his blaster here, and that just fits in like every other Masterpiece. Tabs in, and that fits in nicely. You also get some alternate pieces here, so you get a different back of the head. I'm not really sure what's going on with this. This looks exactly the same as the other one, and maybe it's because this face doesn't fit with this other head. But here's the other head. I don't know. I guess this is the toy head. It looks so bizarre, but I guess that's the toy head we used to get. So if you prefer that look, you can put that on there. So let's take a look at his articulation. So the head is on a rotating swivel, so it rotates around, goes down to there, up to there. No side to side on that. Shoulder rotates all the way around on a ball joint, and it has a hinge here to go up and down. It reminds me a lot of the way they did the Fuzz figure. You have a single jointed elbow here, gets you 90 degrees. Rotation at the bicep. You have a rotation at the wrist, and then a single pin for the hands, which is how they do most mini-bots. Most companies do it with just a single pin. Rotation at the waist. Is there ab crunch? Yes. A little bit. Yes, there is ab crunch, so you get that much. Just it doesn't feel great, but you can do it. You get hip skirts here. The legs rotate all together, so it goes all the way up to there. What I mean is the hips and the legs rotate together. Back to there, out to the side. Rotation at the thigh. You do have a double jointed knee, but it doesn't do you any good because you get the 90-degree bend no matter which one you bend. So that's more for transformation than anything. And you do end up having to tighten that screw there. You have toe tilt and ankle tilt, so you can get it out like that. And you have a rocker this way. So pretty good articulation there. And for quick size comparison, there's Boost next to the X-Transbots Toro, their version of Cliffjumper, and then the MP44 Optimus Prime. Fits in well, looks like the right size in robot mode in terms of the other mini-bots. So final thoughts on X-Transbots Boost. Let's start with the positives. I think it looks pretty good in the vehicle mode. They captured that Trans Am look, and in the robot mode, they also captured that G1 cartoon look. You do get some nice accessories, although this one's unpainted. This one's painted well, and it looks nice, and it's appropriate for the character. I also think the articulation is pretty good, at least for the time. You know, now they've advanced. You know, picking up Toro again, it did feel like they've improved quite a bit. This figure feels a lot better, and the transformation overall and the engineering just feels a lot better than this guy here. So with that being said, at the time I think it was good. Now I think it's probably getting dated in terms of the engineering. So negative wise, I hate the transformation. The transformation is really bad. You're bending plastic for the arms, you're bending plastic for the legs. You do have joints that are getting loose here. Luckily, they're all on screws, so before I return this to Mr. Michael Rogers, I'll tighten up all these screws here that are getting loose. But still, you know, the build quality just feels a little weak in terms of, you know, what you're getting for this price point. I guess this is the only Masterpiece version of Windcharger, so you're kind of stuck with him. So I guess if you're a big fan of this character, then you're going to want him. Me personally, I don't love Windcharger enough to put this into my collection. I just don't like the quality and the transformation on it. But for those that are a big fan of the character, it's a good enough representation to get into your mini box collection. So that's really it for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.